Morning folks, we are now 2.5 days into the waters coming up on the River Soar. We are at Lock 49, which is at Sileby. They show you there's Soraya in the background. I'm going to turn the camera around in a second. It's been alright. I mean, we moved up into the lock with the help of a friend and then came up to the visitor moorings on the end of the lock landing. And the water doesn't seem to be rising anymore, but we are due another fair few inches of rain today, so we'll be keeping an eye on the ropes, etc. and just hoping it doesn't go too much higher. I'm going to turn the camera around for you. There we have the lock. I took a load of rubbish out yesterday. Looks like I shall take some more out later on. Stops getting cabin fever if you can get off the boat whenever possible. Walk you through and over the bridge. Let's go and have a look at the weir, shall we? I'll show you where we were moored before we shot into the lock the other night and went up and through in the dark. Let's have a look. Right, as you can see here, that's actually a towpath down there. We'll see the bollards in a second. There you go. In fact, where we were moored right there. And as you can see, it's all gone now. We'd have been just floating around. Over this bridge. That there, if you're wondering, is Sileby Boatyard. Lovely people there, very helpful, very professional. And in fact, our little 30-foot Springer is on brokerage there. If anyone wants a lovely little boat. So it's going to get loud now as we come over this bridge. There's the weir. Still angry as hell. The River Soar will go up fast, but it will come down as equally as fast. Oh, that's a bit quieter. That's a bit better. So you can see how much calmer Soraya is up there than it is down there. So we've got enough food and milk, etc. to last for a fair few days, so we don't need to get off and go anywhere. We do have the van, of course, which is a distinct advantage. So if we can get the van out from the boatyard, we might just pop out for a bit. But the weather will depend on that. Just take you back down to that towpath. Yeah, as you can see, it's all a bit pants. There's a heron over there. We can soon zoom in and get near him. There he is. In fact, he was there yesterday, so he's taking the most of it. Oh. Back to the boat. Dogs have had their morning walk. I think I shall put a coffee on. Wait for the Mrs. DeRosa, the lovely Mrs. DeRosa, to wake up. She can have her morning tea. That's about it, folks, really. We are living our boat life. We said we would give you warts and all. This is hardly a wart, to be honest. This is just part of boating. Just got to adapt and be ready. And our plan when we lived full time on board, that we would make sure we had provisions on board, and we would never be more than, you know, half down on a bottle of gas, because we've got spare bottles of gas. We'd always have fuel on board, we'd always have extra diesel on board, because we do, you know, we're not scared of coming up a river, and we knew the weather was coming, so we left Loughborough to come up here to head further south. And yeah, we knew we would get hit at some point by this heavy rain. At least we're nice and safe. Oh, again. There's Soraya, quite happy. You can see she's sitting quite high, which is a shame it's raining really, because I could have topped up the blacking on that rubbing stripe down the side, but unfortunately it's been chucking it down. That boat, person's away for a couple of days, so we're keeping an eye on it and checking his ropes, etc. I think he's back possibly today. It's covered in beautiful flowers, and he's got some rather nice tomatoes on board. We find them. There, look, he's got some rather good collection of fine tomatoes growing on there. I'm sure there's got to be a fee for keeping an eye on someone's rope for 24 hours. I'm sure it must be tomatoes. This little footbridge here is flooding underneath. One of the markers I've been using for whether the river's going up or down anymore is those two bricks on the wall there. Yesterday, the house bricks, not the rounded ones at the top, we had 4, and then it went up and it reduced my bricks to 2, and it hasn't got any worse overnight. So I know despite all the rain overnight, the river level here hasn't gone up anymore. There's another mountain of weed floating down, all the reeds. So I know by that it hasn't gone up. I was out in the early hours. Just put my head torch on, came out and checked the ropes, etc. Then went back to bed. So I'm going to leave it there.